What is good, YouTube? Today we're going to be doing a super clean taper undercut because we're going to keep the length on top and we're going to fix up his beard. So let's get into it. So to start off this cut, I'm going to come in with my 1.5 lever closed here. And we're just going to knock down the sides. And you'll notice when I knock down the sides, I use my finger to separate that long hair on top. And that's just so I don't cut any hairs that I don't want to. And right there, I kind of straightened out his part, which was those long hairs that you just seen. And you'll see I'm coming in with that scooping motion behind the ear. And that's because I want to go against the grain of the hair. It kind of wants to grow into that long hair. So I want to make sure I continue to separate it like I am right here. So I'm just combing that part line down. And now we're going to move towards the back and the other side to do the same exact thing. And this is pretty simple, you know, not much explanation needed here. We're literally just taking it down. And now for the front hairline portion, you'll notice I didn't take it down to a 1.5. Right here I have the 4. And that's because this tends to be a lighter area on people's head. So I want to keep this, you know, pretty dark. So that's why I'm using the 4 here against the grain. And for the taper, I'm going to establish my bald line at the end of his eyebrow and where the ear connects to the head. And now I'm going to go ahead and shave the bottom. And I'm kind of giving it that burst shape because it helps keep the edges dark, which is what we want. And now we're going to follow it up with the shaver just to get it a little closer to the skin and really make that taper pop. And now we're going to come in lever open on our clippers, still maintaining that kind of burst shape. And we want to go up about a finger's width here. And now to get rid of that line in the middle, I went ahead and closed that lever and we'll open it up little by little as needed. And now for the next step, we're going to grab our 1 guard with that lever open. And this should pretty much blend into that 1.5 because they're really similar in length. So I'm coming in 1 guard open here. And now I drop down to my 1/2 guard with the lever open, and we'll close this little by little until we get this line blended out. And again, since this area or this haircut is so short and it's undercut, there's not much that really goes into this taper. So this pretty much gets us through our steps or our process of the fading, and then I'll go ahead and detail right after. So now I'm coming in with no guard, using the corner of the blade, just attacking any dark spots. And now to blend into the beard, all we're really going to do is a reverse taper. So instead of going up, we're working down. So I went ahead and opened up that lever all the way here. And we're just going to get that first guideline out the way, closing it little by little. And then as you would guess, I'm going to go down to my 1 guard closed. And I believe I work my way open here. And then I'm going to grab my 1.5. And this is the biggest guard that we are going to use. It should blend right into that beard. Super simple, way easier taper than, you know, the one that's on the head. And now for the taper on this side, we're going to follow the same exact process and system. So we're coming in with that trimmer at the end of his eyebrow and where the ear connects to the head. And for this side, I'm not really going to explain too much. I'm kind of going to let you follow along. But what I do want to talk about is my online academy. So as I mentioned in my last video, I am working on an online course / academy that will be available to you guys soon. Now you might be wondering, Dre, what's going to be so different about your online academy in comparison to your tutorials? Well, in the online academy, obviously I'm going to give you way more in-depth tutorials that show you every little step of the haircut, because unfortunately for YouTube, you know, I can only show you guys so much. But in the course, I'm going to do way more in-depth tutorials. And my goal with this course or this academy is to share my experiences with you guys. So everything that I've learned from the beginning of my career up until now, I want to go ahead and share with y'all. So everything from the skill of cutting to building clientele to how to make money to adjusting your clippers, whatever it is, whatever you could possibly think of, will be in the academy. Alright, and I'm working on it currently. It should be available really soon, hopefully within the next couple months. And if that's something you're interested in, leave a comment down below and say I'm interested. Alright, and then be on the lookout, because I will be posting and notifying everyone when it is available. And I'm super excited for this product and this course, so be on the lookout for that. And I'm telling you, it's gonna take y'all to the next level. So now right here, we're just blending into the beard. Again, a reverse taper, which is pretty simple. So we have our 1 guard, and now we're gonna drop down to that 1.5, and that should pretty much blend into that length. And now for the neck taper, we're gonna do the same exact steps. So we're starting off with our bald line, and I want to establish the line a little below the bottom of the ear. So that's what I'm doing right here. But family, there really is only like 2 more days left of voting for the CT Barber Grammys. And as I shared before, I'm nominated for the Content Creator of the Year. So if you've been rocking me for a minute or you enjoy my content, head over to the description of this video and press the Vote For Me Now link in the description and vote for your boy, man. It would really mean a lot, you know, if you could do that. So when you do, go to the comment section and drop voted right in the comment section. Alright, and I'm looking forward to meeting you guys at CT Barber Expo. If you will be attending, I hope to see y'all there. But again, 2 more days, fam. 2 more days. I'm trying to rack up the votes as much as possible, so do me a solid. So after we went ahead and bottomed them out, we're coming in with that lever open. And with the back taper, we can cover a lot more distance with our guidelines, and that's just because, you know, we have a lot more room to work with. So we're going up about a finger's width here, going straight across with that lever open, because we want to make sure that we get this taper, you know, as blended as we can. And now to get rid of that line in the middle, we're going to come in closed and then open up that lever little by little until we get it, you know, fully blended. So as you can see, we got that line out. Now we're gonna grab our 1 guard with that lever open, and like I said, this 1 guard with the lever open should pretty much blend into that 1.5. There might be some slight shade differences, but we'll use the corner of the blade to blend that in. So now we went ahead and closed that 1 guard, and we're just blending down here, staying right below that open that we just did. And now we're gonna grab our 1/2 guard with that lever open, and just like we did with that one, we're gonna start off open and then close it little by little as needed. So we're halfway right here, and we're just working at this line, trying to get it, you know, as blended as we can. So now right there, you see I closed it all the way, and this taper is starting to come together. Super simple, super easy cut, not really much to it. This client is going to leave the length on top, so we're not going to be cutting it. He's growing it out even more. And now we're going to line everything up. So I like to start off my neck lineups at the top of the ear, and that's just so we don't risk taking it up too high. And as you can see, my man has a lot of neck hair. It tends to kind of go below his ear and connect to his beard. So that's why it looked like so much hair behind his ear, but we're going to go ahead and line it up. So I started at the top, went to the bottom, and met it in the middle. And now we're just going to get rid of all that excess overgrown neck hair. And you can see when you put the line on the taper, it really makes it jump out and pop. So now we're going to use the shaver to get all those little hairs that the trimmer couldn't get. And to line up his arch, we're going to start at the top. And then I believe I go to the bottom and meet those 2 points in the middle, as I'm doing right here. And that's how I get that nice C shape without, you know, digging into it or pushing it back. But the lineup definitely frames everything out and brings to life that taper that we did. And now for the lineup, we're going to start in the middle. And in this case, we're going to move towards our client's left or right. And we're going to move towards this corner, trying to keep it as natural as we can. We don't want to dig into it or push it back. but we do want to make it sharp and crispy at the same time. So in the corner, I'm stopping right where the top of his vertical bar is. And as you can see, his lineup comes out super sharp. And now we're going to move over to his right side and do the same thing. And one thing with this client, I didn't create the part that he has for his undercut, and he doesn't really want to straighten it out or make it more symmetrical. So we always just leave it as it is. And now we're going to go ahead and line, well, not line, but use enhancement on the line that we created to go ahead and darken everything up, make it look super sharp. And now we're going to lower his mustache and line it up. So I like to lower my clients to a 1 guard open. I think that keeps the mustache looking dark and full, but you know, nice and clean as well. And now for the beard, I like to start at the top of the beard or the bottom. In this case, I started at the bottom, and we just want to establish that line. And now we're going to go to the top, and I'm going to meet those 2 points in the middle. Very similar to what I do with the arch. This helps me, you know, have reference points so I don't push his beard down too low. Because as you can see, my client has a lot of hair above the line that he has. And, you know, I suggested to raise his beard up. But at the end of the day, you know, clients want what they want. And there really wasn't much hair to work with, and he didn't want to start that grow out process now. So we kept his beard line up where it was. And now we're going to connect those 2 points and make it look super sharp. And now we're going to use the razor on his hairline. So we always want to stretch the skin opposite of the direction of which you're passing the razor. And that's just so we don't create any, you know, irritation or cut them. Because that's definitely something you don't want to do. And we're just sharpening up his hairline, taking it to another level. And now I go ahead and touch up his beard once again. And then for the bottom and the back of the beard, I don't want to do too much. I just kind of want to clean it up. I don't want to push it in, nothing like that. Being very careful on his neck, not pressing too hard, especially since my trimmers are 0 gapped. And right here, I'm stretching the skin as I shave it. But fam, y'all see how he came in looking, and this is how we left leaving. Alright, super simple undercut with a taper. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, make sure you leave a comment down below. And you know we gotta get him right with the alcohol and send him on his way. But fam, like always, I will catch y'all next time. But YouTube family, I need a favor. Alright, your boy was nominated for a Grammy. Yes, I said a Grammy, a Barber Grammy, at the CT Connecticut Barber Expo, and I need your vote. All right, so I'm gonna show you exactly how to cast your vote. So what I need you to do is open up Google. I'm sure most of you guys know how to get there, and then you're gonna type in CT Barber Expo, just like right here at the top. And then you're gonna press on the website, let that load, press the 3 tabs at the top, and you're gonna go to Grammy nominees. All right, so when you go to Grammy nominees, that's gonna load. You wanna go under creative content and press vote now. Now the creative content is for the barber who has the best creative content of the year. And when you open it, I'll be the first one at the top. So you're gonna go ahead and press vote now. And then you're gonna type in all your information. In this case, it's me, obviously, with your email. Let's pretend that went through, and then you're gonna go right here and press J Clipper Hands and press submit, man. That's all you guys have to do. Listen, I need your vote. It would mean the world to me if I can get this award. I appreciate all the support and love you guys have given me this far, but I need this favor, man. Again, go to ctbarberexpo.com and vote J Clipper Hands for creative content of the year. But fam, like always, I appreciate you, and I will catch y'all next time. Peace.